Hi, I am doing today's devotional, and I am doing this on Luke 24, verse 1 to 12. And today we're going to be looking at um, the story of the women going to Jesus' gravesite and finding him not there, um, and then going back to tell the disciples and to see what their reaction is. Um, for today, I would just like you to imagine about what it would be like as these women going to Jesus's grave and finding him not there. Um, Even though they've spent this time preparing spices to treat his body, going there and finding that he's not there, and then finding people with very bright, uh, like lightning clothing there, and what that might be if you were actually in that situation.
On the first day of the week, early in the morning, the women took the spices they had prepared and went to the tomb. They found the stone rolled away from the tomb, but when they entered, they did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. While they were wondering about this, suddenly two men in clothes that gleamed like lightning stood beside them. In their fright, the women bowed down with their faces to the ground, but the men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He's not here. He's risen. Remember how he told you while he was with you still in Galilee? The Son of Man must be delivered over to the hands of sinners to be crucified, and on the third day be raised again." Then they remembered his words. When they came back from the tomb, they told all these things to the living and to all the others. It was Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Mary the mother of James, and the others with them who told this to the apostles. But they did not believe the women, because their words seemed to them like nonsense. Peter, however, got up and ran to the tomb. Bending over, he saw strips of linen lying by themselves, and he went away, wondering to himself what had happened.
So I would just like you to think about in this passage about how it must have felt um, in these women's situation with spending time preparing all of these stuff to go and treat Jesus' body and then finding him not there. And then I would also like you to think about them coming back and then the people not believing them what they said. Um, and what would the reasonings be of why they would assume that this would be nonsense? Could it be there's a prejudice about them being women, and if it was a group of men, they would have believed them, or could it have just seemed so outlandish that they didn't want to believe it? I would also like you to think about the reaction that Peter had. Even though he was told this, he wanted to run and to find Jesus himself. And later in this passage, he does find Jesus. This could be in relation to how we in our own lives, even if we're told about Jesus by our parents or by Kaz or anyone else in the pastoral team, we still need to find him for ourselves to truly believe what happened.